Stupid this thing. Wait, last time, so now I'm going to step out and go back again. Right. Hello, my name is Paul Archer and I am the founder of Duel. This is where I vlog some of the things that have been going on in this adventure that is founding a tech startup. It's been a lot of fun, it's been a crazy week. Had a couple of days off over the weekend, which was really well needed, but it's been full speed ahead ever since. Tip number one. I got a really great email from Matt Pennicard over at Downing VC, and what he said that it's really easy to start a business, and it's actually probably quite easy to sell a successful business, but it's what happens in the middle that really counts. It's great to sell these ideas, these dreams of the potential that a product can do, and all these great things that people in the business could do, but actually what it boils down to is actually doing it and implementing it. Make sure you build the best thing you possibly can, make sure people use it, and make sure people love it. Tip number two, being on the roads and traveling and selling and running a business is really exciting, but it is not great for your health. You know, you tend to, well, in my case anyway, tend to eat pretty badly, possibly drink a little bit too much, and certainly don't get enough exercise in. So my tip would be really try to make sure you get those runs in, those trips to the gyms, because I haven't the past few weeks and it's definitely catching up with me in a lot of different ways. So make sure you stay fit. Right, tip number three, we're about a week away from launch and I'm starting to get really nervous about it. But at the end of the day, we've just got to get it out there. A lot of people we've been speaking to, the people who actually started using it and testing it at the moment, really like it, but the only way you're gonna find out if it works, and the best way to actually find out which bits don't work as well, is to actually ship it. So ship as soon as you possibly can, even though it's gonna tear me up inside, it's gonna be horrible, but fingers crossed. Tip number four. I'm not a very organised person at all, and I have been trying to get my life in order because I have many meetings, and I'm trying to keep track of who said what, where, what I need to do to follow up and everything like that. And at the moment, my current systems don't work. So I've been experimenting with a couple of things such as Evernote, different notes, to just basically using a spreadsheet. And I think it works for whoever you are, and I've spoken to so many different people who've got their own little thing to it. So make sure you've got a system and stick to it. I haven't found mine yet, so if you've got any ideas or something which you know works, please give me a shout, because I really need the advice. Tip number five, and this is something about your competitors, and it's really important to have a decent understanding of what they do, what they're called, and how they react with what you're doing. I was in a meeting last week and someone said, oh, isn't this like this product here? And I hadn't even heard of that product. I went and researched them afterwards. Turns out they're completely different. They're apples and oranges. But I didn't know that. I didn't know who they were, and therefore I looked stupid. So research your competition, understand them, even if it's just a rough concept of what they are and what they do. That's my 5 tips for this week. I'm going to be coming back next week with another 5 more, and maybe we're going to be launching some fun videos in between there, just as we run up to the launch of Duel. Don't forget to hit subscribe just down there, and if you've got any questions at all, get in touch, spread the word. If you're in the similar kind of journey that I am, get in touch, tell me about yours, maybe you can come in, we can have a chat. Thanks a lot, see you next time. Learn how to code. You don't need to be good at coding, but you need to have the very basics, because eventually, if things seem to be working for you, you'll be able to get someone who's a lot better than you to build something which is a lot better than you could ever build. But you'll understand what they're doing from the ground up. Right, number 3. It may feel like investment is the absolute end, but it's really hard to get, and it takes a lot longer than you think. I mean, count for at least 3 months, probably 6 months, but actually probably a lot longer than that. You know, you're probably really cagey